So now I am going to handle Unit 2 Relational DBMS. In this relational DBMS, we are going to see first thing what are the ER design issues, choosing entity set versus attributes, choosing entity set versus relationship set, choosing binary versus n-ary relationship set, placing the relationship attributes. So all these things we are going to see under this ER diagram design issues. To understand this, first we are going to take one example. We have an entity set student with attributes student name and student ID. Now we can say that the student ID itself can be an entity with the attribute student class and student section. Now if we compare the two cases, in the first case we can say that student can have only one student ID. However, in the second case, when we choose student ID as an entity, it implies that a student can have more than one student ID. Choosing entity set versus relationship set. It's hard to decide that an object can be best represented by an entity set or relationship set. A person takes a loan from a bank. Here we have two entities, person and a bank, and the relationship is known. This is fine until there is a need to disburse a joint loan. In such a case, a new relationship needs to be created to define the relationship between the two individuals who have taken joint loan. In this scenario, it is better to choose loan as an entity set rather than a relationship set. Choosing binary versus n-ary relationship set. In most cases, the relationships described in ER diagrams are binary. To describe a relationship between four family members, mother, father, son, and a daughter, this can easily be represented in forms of multiple binary relationships, father-mother relationship as a spouse, son and daughter relationship as siblings, and father and mother relationship with their child as child. Cardinality ratio, and this comes under placing relationship attributes. The cardinality ratio in these DBMS can help us determine in which scenarios we need to place relationship attributes. It is recommended to represent the attributes of one-to-one or many-to-many relationship sets. For example, if an entity cannot be determined as a separate entity, rather it is represented by the combination of participating entity sets. In such case, it is better to associate these entities to many-to-many relationship sets. Next one is weak entity sets. How we are going to define the weak relationship set and how we are going to represent the weak entity set in an ER diagram. An entity set that does not have a primary key, that is going to be referred as a weak entity set. It is going to be taken as a double rectangle, drawn in a double rectangle. We underline the discriminator of a weak entity set with a dash line. Payment number. This payment number, this is a discriminator of the payment entity set. Primary key for payment, low number, and payment number. So up to this, we have seen that what are the uh, issues in the ER diagram. Next slide, we are going to see about the ER model.